everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. And I'm here for about an hour, and I work on a project, and I work on the projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way, ask questions, and just come and chit-chat and hang out. So thanks for joining me again, you guys. We are continuing on not the splendid sampler, we're continuing on the Triangle Tango Quilt. Man, my unfinished projects are starting to rack up, so we got to get going on these again. But the Triangle Tango Quilt we are working on, and we are at the stage that we're pressing the top. We have a finished top. We are pressing it. I think we will be able to press the back as well. I'm hoping we can start sandwiching the quilt together tomorrow. So sandwiching the quilt is where you put the front of the quilt, the back of the quilt, and the batting, that fluffy middle of the quilt. You're going to put those all together. We are going to pin them together, and we will pin it together just to hold it in place before we sew all the 3 layers together or quilt it. So that is the plan. We want to get it nice and flat first, though, so nice and clean. So we're doing that tonight, pressing it. I wanted to share with you guys, though, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but the floss cones came in today. So if you ordered a gigungous floss cone from me, they will be going out soon. I am waiting for a box of red embroidery floss yet, so once that comes in, then I will get all the orders out. But look, they're so cool. Yes, and we will be doing a block of the month starting, or an embroidery of the month starting December, so in a couple weeks. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll have more information in the email. And I wanted to share with you guys that I am going to be one of the new Aurifil Block of the Month designers for this year. So every year Aurifil does sort of a block of the month, and one designer for each month, and I'm going to be one of those designers this year, so I'm super stoked on that. I will have more info on that coming up as well. We will for sure make my block here, and we might make a few of the other ones, so I'm pretty excited about that. The theme is Colors of Italy. So Aurifil is an Italian company, so I think that's probably why they did that. But it's going to be fun, and I'm super excited for that to come up as well. So lots of stuff coming up. So all we got to do is get to December, and we will have a lot of new fun things starting. So keep an extra eye on your emails, because that's where I will be, besides, chit-chatting with you guys here, the details of everything will be going out through email. So make sure to open the next emails that come for sure. So awesome, you guys. Let's get started. We need to get pressing. All right, I have the whole quilt out here from yesterday. Yesterday we finished, thanks so much, you guys. I am so excited. But yesterday we finished pressing the back of the front of the quilt. So now I want to just give it a nice overall front press really quickly. Then I have to actually scooch it down. So we were able to do 4 of the 14 rows last night. See, we're just, there's a few little front wrinkles. We're just taking care of that quickly. And that's basically all we really have to do for the back of the quilt. I mean, there are 2 seams for the back of the quilt, but mainly it's just about getting all the little wrinkles out, I think. And I mean, obviously, we're going to fold it up again, and it's going to be crunched to the side for a little bit, but hopefully we're going to take care of that pretty quickly. Oh, Barbara, you saw me on the Aurifil site. Cool. Yes, so it's hosted by Pat Sloan, and she is one of the splendid sampler starters as well. Ooh, I think I flipped a seam here in the back. We'll just scooch up a little bit here. Not that that matters so much, but So I have an idea for the Aurifil black, but I have not made it yet. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of that as well this next year. But yeah, super excited to be a part of that for sure. Scooching down, scooching down. Yeah, it's just a little wrinkly. So I have those, I have 3 wool pressing mats behind here, and I should have lined them up maybe a little bit better before starting today. I think we're aligned now. Yep, my dancing triangles. All right, I want to get them high enough so I can get 2 seams on my mat. So it's just a little fiddly as we move from section to section, but there we are. Just want to get my seams all in the right direction. Okay. But man, I'm telling you, the cordless iron for something like this is amazing, because I mean, I don't have the cord flying off the side here. I can go all the way over here without having to be on like attached to the cord. And then just right next to me here, I have the base, so it just keeps getting warmed up on the base as I scooch. But yeah, I think this just quick press is going speedily. Hold on here, 2, 4. Oh, I didn't make it all the way over here this time. There we go. It's going to be fun, though, that the Italy themed quilt, I think the colors are just going to be amazing for the quilt. Oh, what do you need the acrylic yarn for Gretchen? Got a project in mind? Oh, you guys, today, I should show you. So I made 2 more pom-poms. I made 2 more little pom-poms, and these are out of just that little bin that I have of spare, like, embroidery floss, like cast off embroidery floss. Like, it's all just the little tiny bits here and there of embroidery floss. And so whenever during the day when I just needed like a 15-minute break, I made a pom-pom. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but it's just kind of calming to wrap those around the little pom-pom maker. Jennifer, I believe, I'm not positive, I'm going to have to check to get more information on the Aurifil block of the month. I believe it starts in January. So, my block, gosh, I don't know if we're supposed to say when our blocks are, so maybe I will not tell you when my block is for right now, but I'll let you know soon. But I think it starts in January. Because it's a block of the month, so I'm guessing it goes the whole year, and each block has a particular Italian theme to it. What kind of yarn for what? Oh, to make the pom-poms? Really, you can make pom-poms from whatever you want. But if you do want that felting tool, if you do want it to like stick together, like, how the hedgehog, how I made the nose kind of stick together, for that you're going to want to have 100% wool. And that's actually hard to find a little bit. You'll probably have to ask. When I go to like Joann's, for example, I ask specifically where's the 100% wool, and you don't want that wool that you don't want washable wool, the kind that's like safe to put in the washing machine. You want the stuff that's going to shrink and felt. So I specifically asked them the 100% 100% wool. So the quilts, Shauna, the quilts, or I don't know if you're talking about the Orifil thing, but that they're 12-inch blocks. So a bit bigger than these. These are 8 inches for reference, so add another 4 inches on here. 12-inch block. So 12-inch blocks, I believe. Gina, I think it is. So, like I said, I'll have to gather some more information for you guys, but I think it's a free block of the month. I think they're going to have some different like Orifil floss colors and that sort of thing with it. But I'll get you guys more information for tomorrow. But yeah, they always do a theme, and so all the whole quilt kind of goes together really well. A theme and like specific colors and that sort of deal. This one is called the quilts of or the colors of Italy. So this one is all about these fun, Italy specific colors. So I will be doing one of the blocks. I'll be doing my block, and I don't know, maybe we'll do the whole quilt. It's hard for me to say right this moment just because, man, I feel like I'm a little bit on quilt overload. But I think once I get this guy all pinned and ready to go, I think I'll be ready. But I still want to do the granny square quilt too. So I think we'll just have to see. For sure, we'll do my block here, and I may follow along and do some of the other ones. It's just one block, so it's not a huge commitment. You know what I mean? So one block a month, we can probably crank that out. Okay, did I go all the way on this row already? I think I did. Oh well. Did I? Or did I just start? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let's go up another row. Let's pretend I did that whole row. It's looking all pretty flat anyway, and we're going to quilt it all, and so we'll just, maybe I'm doing a little too much by pressing this top too, even since we pressed the back, but we're doing it. I think I might actually be messing up some of the seams in back, but pressing it does get it kind of at its real size and stuff too. All right, scooch it over. All right, so we just have, we're on the second to last row here, or grouping of two. So we have one more shimmy, and then one more set of three, like three shimmies. And then I'll fold her up, and we will do the back. Folding this might be tough. Maybe I'll just drape it. Ugh, there's too much to drape. I'm gonna have to fold it up, and then I will just set it to the side. I'll drape it over my chair, and we will try and do the back of the quilt. Gotta get that back pressed yet. Oh, the wool mats are really gripping well, though, and I'm happy about that. All right, let's do it. Oh, Patty, I mean, seriously, literally one of my most favoritist sewing tools that I've gotten in the, ever, really. This, I think I have a link to it. It's that Panasonic, it's called, I mean, there's this whole code, but if you just look up Panasonic 360 cordless iron, it's a 360 because it's pointed on both sides. You can't actually set it up like that, which forces you to put it in the base, which is kind of nice, but oh, so worth it. Get these guys all lined up again. Fuzzles. Okay, last row, not roll. I can't roll it. That's the thing. It is too wide and too long for me to just roll the quilt. Even with pool noodles, it's just too big. So we're gonna just we're gonna just fold it. It's not gonna be there forever. We're going to unfold it tomorrow to start pinning it, or Monday at the latest. So I'm not overly worried about wrinkles. I mean, we're doing an okay job here, I think. I mean, everything that I just ironed is probably wrinkled because it's bunched on the floor right now. I do! I found the other wool mats. I wonder if I put a link to those. I found them, there was like a 2-for-1 deal or something a while back, so I got a couple more. I wanted more of the wool mats to have just by my closet, so I could have so I didn't have to bring like clothes downstairs to iron and that sort of thing. So I got a couple more as a protection. I wanted to set up my Amish ironing board upstairs just because it's pretty and I wanted it out, but I didn't want to iron right on there. So I got the mats to kind of protect it. And thought I'd bring them down here to try it out on this. And this is it right here, our last little bit. Okay. So, let's see. I think the easiest is I am just going to we're going to fold it with right sides together. I just took the top part that's still on the table, and I'm just going to grab now the bottom, and we're going to just lightly fold this. It's going to be okay. I mean, it's just so much. I wouldn't even know how to roll it up because I don't have a flat surface to lay it out to roll up. All right, we got two ends together. Let's fluff that a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go back down to the bottom again. All right, well that wasn't that hard. Folding it right up on here. So I'm going to just like that, and I'm going to just drape this behind me on the chair, and we will switch to the back here. Okay, let's get these mats resituated, I think right there. Okay, so now this is bigger than the front, and I just gotta get it so that we have the seams up. Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. But yeah, see, I mean, we got some wrinkles here, so we'll wanna press all this. This I'm not gonna press the front too. We're giving this one press and the end. All right, here's an edge that we need. So much fabric. This is like 9 yards of fabric or something wacky. Okay, come on. And we got these raw edges on all of them too, so it's a little futzy. I think I'm gonna start by putting the bulk down on the opposite side. All right. I think we got a starting point. So this too, I think I'm just going to shimmy back and forth. Gretchen, they will. So I will be having a very generous Black Friday sale, and it's gonna be only on Black Friday. So be sure to check out your emails on Black Friday. All right, let's press this. Yeah, so here is just like its first ironing ever. And if this is not perfect, you know, in my head, I will eventually be washing this like right when it's done, so that'll get rid of all the wrinkles, and it'll puff it up and all that. But, you know, so we just need it ironed enough that it's easy for us to work with, and it's maximum size, so it's not like scrunched up. Have I sewn the backing? Yep, I am done sewing the backing. Shauna, so we have sewn the backing. We did the math on that and figured that all out probably last week, right? Stick pins. Wonder if I could pin the mats together on the back side. Oh, to prevent separation. I think it's doing fine. All right, we're gonna shimmy this way a little. Actually, now that I say that, they're all over the place. All right. This might take more than 3 shimmies, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and get, there's like these little thread fuzzles. I'm gonna try and grab those as we go to have to snip them. All right. I'm afraid that just pinning them on the backside, like I like the idea of them sticking together, but if I pin them on the backside, then it'll kind of shimmy all over the table, I think. Oh, I love this color. This is going to be just so fun, this green. If anyone is just coming on now, this probably looks crazy. It's just like a screen of green. So if you are just coming on, this is the back color of my quilt. Ooh, and we're just shy of it fitting with 3 shimmies. So we'll have to get one last little shimmy sham out of there. And just to get the last couple inches, and then we'll be good. Ooh, get that crinkle in there. Yeah, this probably, I mean, it would have been good to maybe fluff this up in the washer, or in the dryer, I mean, before doing this. But again, I'm afraid of all the edges coming off everywhere because we have pretty raw edges. And it doesn't matter so much to me. I just want like the general big wrinkles out. The rest will get taken care of when we ultimately wash it there. I just had to shimmy it over a couple inches and we will get the last like 6 inches here. I mean, some of the like factory folds we're not really going to get out until it's washed in the machine. Yeah, I think it's generally pressing just fine. Oh, this is going to be a little trick to know where I left off. Well, not really, because I can see the where it's wrinkly. So we'll just stop where it's wrinkly. But yeah, see, we got the fold here. Don't know how that will do. This will be interesting once we pin it together, because I am going to try and pin it on this table here, this small itty bitty table. I've never pinned a quilt on a table before, especially where all 4 sides are going to dangle over the edge while we pin it. So the trick is going to get it like that it all, you know, lines up sort of. So I'm not quite sure how to tackle that yet. I do like the idea, I forget who had that idea here, but to start at a corner. I mean, in theory, we start at the middle and we find the center of all of them, and we somehow match up the ends in the center too. Actually, that might be the best way to do it still. Like if we fold it and then put a like a marker on the center of the edges and in the middle, and do that for like every piece, the back, the batting, and the front, then we could kind of line things up, I think. But I do like the idea of just starting on a corner, because that would be easy for me to kind of shimmy around. But maybe it is the best idea just to find the centers of all the sides and kind of line those up and then work from the center. What I do like, the idea of the center, is that all the edges will be draping over, and that will help kind of stretch our fabric out. Like, you know, sometimes I have to like brush it down and then like put your pin in just so it's all flat. The act of it dangling over the edges, I think, will help let it be flat, and just a big work surface like this. So I'm kind of excited. I hope it works, because I want it to be the way that I do it from now on. Because just to be off the floor would be nice. I'm glad you found us, Kathy. We are the next shimmy down. We will be at our first seam, so we'll have to press that really well. We're still on we're in the middle of our first kind of yard, or our first width of fabric, I mean. I do need extra fabric left over for the binding, but I think I'll be able to get that, Noeline, no matter where I start. Like there's going to be enough to do that. And if there's not enough, I have all the scrap that I think would be fun to patchwork together for the binding as well. So I'm not all that worried anymore about it. I do think I'll have enough green. You know, I could do that fold over the edge type binding, but that doesn't excite me as much. Like, I like the doing that, you know, where you cut the 2.5 inches and do that double folded binding and hand stitch it on. I personally just really enjoy that. We did that self-binding back for the Charming Chevrons quilt, and it was quick and nice, but I don't know. I feel like I want to sit with this and do a hand binding. Ah, yes, it is my dad's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, this is a lot of quilt for sure. All right, last bit. Oops, don't want to press a fold in there. Too much. Yeah, like this fold, this big like industrial fold, I'm not going to be able to get rid of that. It'll probably go away once we wash it. But as long as it's flat and doesn't want to fold up, then we're plenty fine. All right, our first seam. So we'll have to pay extra attention to that. And actually, let's get rid of some of these fuzzles, because otherwise those will be stuck in the quilt and we'll see them. All right, there we go. And I'm going to just press this down. And we'll be quilting that. Are you talking about this quilt, Kathy? I am planning on quilting this. I want to try and design my own like kind of big quilt motif for it. So we won't be quilting it right away. What I would like to do is, this is gonna go into the unfinished bin for a little while, but I do want to get it all pinned and ready to go before then. So it'll be an unquilted quilt at that point. And then, you know, one of these days we will decide we're going to do some mega quilting, and I'll get it back out again once I have a design figured out, or once I draw a design for it. Maybe we'll bring it up again, but I don't have that design yet, and I'm kind of set on that now. I kind of want to do a design for this. And the reason for that is I'm doing all one color for the back here. So you'll see all the quilting really well. So I thought it'd be kind of cool if it's like a whole scene. Would be neat. If you guys are going to Target or Joann's for Black Friday, remember to search out my kits. They will be there as well, and chances are they will be having their own, Black Friday stuff there too. But I would appreciate that too, letting those stores know that you're happy that my kits are there. Always nice for them to know that. Oh, this is just looks so slick with a nice clean seam. Farther here. Getting these wrinkles though, this is definitely helping a lot. I mean, all these little baby wrinkles are coming out. All right. So this is seam number 1. We have 1 more of these to go. Oh, I think we can get this done yet tonight. Yay, good. That's good, because then I really wanted to get this pinned or started to be pinned tomorrow, and who knows. Hopefully that goes super well. I would love to be done with the whole pinning this together tomorrow. I would love to be able to fold this up and have a nice clean work area over the weekend. That would be amazing. So let's shoot for that. I don't know if we'll get there, but I don't know, we're cruising right now. I gotta figure out my strategy for pinning it, and I do think maybe it is just marking all the centers. I don't think that'll take too long. Then I'll mark them with like the Wonder Clips. And then we'll just match Wonder Clips up. That should do the job. As long as we are like horizontal or situated right. I do have to actually cut my, I have to cut the batting yet. Oh, I think you could probably, I guess I'm not an expert, Kathy, but I would assume that it could just be pinned or pinned together for however long you want. I mean, you know, if it stays pinned and you're like pulling on it and a lot like that, maybe your pinholes will get a little bit bigger, but I guess I wouldn't see what the problem with that would be. The only problem would be that, as far as I can tell, would be that I wouldn't get to have those pins anymore. Like if I all of a sudden needed to pin a different project, I wouldn't have them available to me. But I did order extra pins, so hopefully that won't be a problem. Yeah, it's not stretching, so all we're doing, it's loose, really. All it is the puncture of the pin going through the fabric, which will happen anyway. So I don't think there's any issue there. Alright, we're about halfway done with the back here because I can see the centerfold of this panel, and we have 3 panels total. We figured that out with our back math when we did that, and I had the exact amount of green fabric that I needed, which was awesome. That worked out so well. Oh, there's a long fuzzle. There's a big fuzzle on the back here, but we'll get that once this is flipped around, I think. Oh, you have one that's been pinned for 15 years. Oh, and you're hand quilting the last border. Ooh, congrats, Jenna. That's always fun, getting those long-term projects done. I guess I wouldn't really know. I have my jean quilt to finish yet. See, I'll have all these quilts just loaded up to finish. Maybe 2021 will have to be the finish every project and don't take on any other new project year. Maybe that'll have to be the case. We'll do our embroidery of the month and finished unfinished projects. Maybe that'll be the deal. But I already have too many new projects I want to do for 2020, so that's not happening in 2020. Oh, definitely don't have to stress about being slow. Yeah, my jean quilt, that's pushing the 15-year mark too, I'm guessing. So silly. But, you know, that's how it goes, I guess. You know, as long as it's not intended for anything. Like, who cares if it takes that long? I just like making it and touching fabric and looking at pretty patterns and, you know, that's enough sometimes. And then you get on a kick where you just really want to finish it all, and then you do it. There's just a fuzzle under here I want to grab. It's annoying me. Where is it coming from? Ugh, whole pile of fuzzle fuzz. All right, that was a blob of it, so we got that out of there. All right, now we're halfway. Exactly halfway. You know, and sometimes for me, like a project is just like an idea I want to pursue. Like, oh, what if I did this with this? You know what I mean? And it might not result in a finished project. It might just result in a, okay, I guess that's how this and this look together. Now I know. And at that point, that project might be finished. You know, I might not have to actually finish it. I got out of it what I wanted. And, you know, someone said once, too, like, you know, a finished project might be just getting rid of it. Like, if you, and I've done that, that's a mind warp to be able to do that, to just, like, instead of finish it, just stop or just get rid of it and declare it a finished project. Because, you know, it's not a project to you anymore. And the times that I have done that, it is surprising, but it does feel like you've finished a whole project. It feels like, yes, that's done. That's a finished thing that I'm not doing anymore. It's almost like it has that same rewarding feeling of actually finishing a project if it's a clear intention that I'm not going to do this project anymore. And especially if you're able to, like, give it to someone else, or someone else wants the fabric or whatever, or to finish it, or, you know, whatever, then it's even extra rewarding. Oh, thanks, Lorraine! Yes, I am so excited. So I get to be one of the, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I get to be one of the Aurafill designers for their block of the month this year, or, you know, next year. So I will get to be able to do a block for that. So it is a 12-inch block. So there's 12 designers. It's a year long, so it'll be, ooh, let me get this fuzzle. It's a year-long stitch-along, or I mean, you know, a block of the month. So you get a new block every month. And they are 12-inch blocks. And the theme is Colors of Italy. So I think that'll be kind of fun. That is the theme. Yes, so I believe it's free. It's just on the Aurafill website. So you can go to Aurafill. I think I put a link here. So you can just go to that link and find out more information on it. And it's hosted by Pat Sloan. She is the person who, one of the designers who got the Splendid Samplers going. So she's like one of the authors of the Splendid Sampler, both Splendid Sampler books. So she is the host of the Quilt Along, the block of the month. But yeah, so there's 12 different designers. But yeah, check out that link. Yes, so all of the blocks will be based on Italy. So it's the Colors of Italy, and it will be that. Oh, that's interesting, Linda. Yes, 12-inch is perfect for quilt as you go. So kind of like what we're doing for
my Splendid Sampler 2, where we're doing quilt as you go. Oh, that might be a fun option. Because there is something nice about knowing that it's done already, basically. So, yeah, that'd be a great idea. And I mean, you know, you can do whatever blocks you want. And if you don't want to do them all, then you don't have to. It's not like a subscription or anything like that. I think it's just a new block is released, and if you want to do it, great. If not, that's fine too. But yeah, I think it'll be kind of fun. I'm excited about it. Exactly. Oh, Jenny, you went to Italy last spring. The colors were surprising. Ooh! That's exciting. Yeah, so Aurifil is an Italian company, so it makes sense. It makes sense for them to do, I think it might be an anniversary year for them, like a big anniversary year, if I remember correctly. So I think that's why they have it Italy focused. But yeah, I will have more info on that for sure coming up. And, you know, you can find out info. Oh, thanks, Robin. You can find out info at that link. So I did post the link right below the video here. That will get you to the Aurifil site where they, their post where they talk about it a little bit. Then you can see all the other designers as well. All right, we are almost done. We're just gonna get this done. So it's 9:20 right here. If we go a hair over, you know, I just have one. This is my last of the 3 sections, and I'm not gonna leave it here. I'm getting it done. So I do have to figure out how to cut my batting yet, and I might just use math. I might just measure. And hope for the best. We'll see. Well, math hasn't failed us yet on this project, so maybe we should just trust math for once. And I'll just kind of measure what I need and cut a straight line and assume that we're there. But yeah, so I will get the batting. I don't need to press or anything, so we should be kind of ready to go to figure it out tomorrow, assuming I get this thing all pressed tonight. Oh, yes, this is huge. A whole quilt of Parmesan cheese would be up your alley. Oh, that's funny. All right. I think it'll be a very pretty quilt when it's done. Fuzzles hanging out here. We tore the edges of the back instead of cutting it, which was awesome. It went so fast, but that's why I have these weird long strings. The churches were striped. Oh, interesting. White, pink, or taupe, and gray. So there was a little, for this Italian quilt, there is a little sub-theme going on too, besides color, that I'm sure will be, you'll know right away what it is once the first block is released, or at least once the first 2 are released, you'll be like, oh, that's the sub-theme. So keep an eye out for that as well. Or maybe or Phil will tell in the next couple of weeks or whatever. Alright, I see the top. Can't do it all at once, unfortunately, but we're getting there. 2 shimmies left. This row and then the top. This is that, like, industrial fold here. I might have to find clamps somewhere if we wanted to clamp this to the table while we pin it, or at least clamp it while we're putting the layers on top of each other. I don't know. I'm gonna have to have my thinking hat on tomorrow. Before we start clipping. Oh, fun. Yeah, the landscapes and everything and the cities and everything just looks amazing. I have never been. Oh, we are almost there. This is definitely helping. I'm glad we're doing this. I mean, yeah, you can see wrinkles and stuff still, but I feel like we're spreading it out. Like the wrinkles aren't taking up any, millimeters anymore. Those will add up. Oh yeah, like alligator clips, yeah. Leave that fuzzle. Alright, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing when we're done here. I'll just kind of flip up the top and try and start. I'll lightly fold this too. Alright, last little row here. That wasn't too bad. We might actually still finish in 4 minutes here. I gotta fold it together yet. Whew, I'm excited. I'm really excited, actually. I really hope. I mean, this table works for pressing, so that was a nice discovery. I mean, obviously it works good for pressing, but I haven't experienced it as good for pressing, so like getting these 3 mats, I mean, I'll definitely do this in the future here instead of, I don't know, getting the big ironing board out and whatever. This is much easier, and I'm really hoping that this is an easy way to base the quilt too, with the pins on the table, because that would be. I dread going onto the ground and clipping it all together. It is cool once it's a quilt and it's all, pinned together and it feels like a quilt for the first time when you lift it up. But that's a lot of being on the floor. And like I said, I can't even do it with this one because this quilt's too big. Without moving furniture, but we have no place to move the furniture, so that wouldn't work either. Without taking it somewhere else. If I wanted to do it in my own little house here, then this table is going to have to be it. Maybe bring 3 layers to work and have help putting layers together. I could do that, Linda. I could. That's what I'm trying to see if I can avoid. I could bring this. So at the Penguin and Fish warehouse, I mean, there in theory, I could lay this out on, you know, the big cement in the back and do it on the floor and all that. I'm trying to see if I can not do that. I'm hoping I can manage it here in the little tiny dining room here. All right, done. All right, let's fold this up because it's, you know, just draped over the floor right now. I watched all the first things of The Crown, the first 2 seasons, but I haven't started this next season yet. I'm actually, I'm liking my just chill, happy shows right now. So I haven't been, like, I don't know if I can get into like The Crown, whatever right now. I'm actually rewatching all of the Great British Baking Show right now. That is calming and chill and wonderful, and I can just have on. So that's where my head's at right now. Oh man, this is a mess. Let's try and just fold it over this way and shake it out a bit. So much fabric. Gosh, this might still be bigger than my wingspan. Oh, Deborah. Yeah, that's been fun. It has been fun to be in this little dining room and do that. Oh, yep, the baking show is great while doing crafts. Exactly. All right, I'm just trying to get this bottom fold. I mean, I'm going to unfold this right away tomorrow, so if it's not, you know, even, yeah, let's just even do it and kind of roll it up, do it in thirds a little bit here. So it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. It just needs to kind of just be out of the way. There, flap, flop. Looks good. I don't need my mats anymore. So we'll get those out of the way. I just want the table, and you know what? I don't even think I have room to take out another leaf of this, so this might be it. This like 5 foot by 3.5 foot table might be the job here. So all right, there is our top and bottom pressed. I mean, obviously I just folded it, but pressed. It'll be good to go. So tomorrow, I will have to cut the batting. I'll do that before I come on, and then we will attempt to at least get it started. Maybe we will only get it started, but you know, we'll have to find the center of all of these bits. I think we can just do that by putting an edge together and putting a clip. And I think as long as we line up those centers, we might be okay. Like line up all the centers on, at least, you know, they'll be a little like 5 inches away from each other or something, but line them up on one side and then, you know, go to the other side and then kind of fluff it up and we should be in the center, don't you think? I don't know. That's my thought process, but I'll think about it a little bit more tonight and tomorrow. But I'm going to flip you guys around. All right. So we are getting there for sure. I mean, every day is one little bit more step further done than we were before, so that's good. Yeah, we'll start pinning this. Like I said, the like centering it on the table situation is going to be a little goofy, but we will do our best. And I think we do have enough excess on the back that if we get weird, like if we get shimmied a little bit, it won't be the end of the world. Hopefully that won't be the case. We're going to be doing some finagling tomorrow, that's for sure, though. But that's what I thought with the pressing of this, and this actually wasn't all that bad. So hopefully it won't be that bad tomorrow too. So awesome, you guys. Thanks again. Stay tuned for your emails over the next few days and the next couple of weeks for sure. I will have a lot of new fun information coming out, and we'll be doing some hefty fun sales coming up next week as well. So check all those emails and so you don't miss anything. So awesome. I will get this up on YouTube. I know I'm a little behind on that, but I'll get on it again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.